Hey guys, Saki here with another Kerbal Space Program video. We've got two willing volunteers in each separate hitchhiker pod, and we got Tomsy the pilot. Right now we are on top of a Soyuz rocket and capsule, and we will head out to the launch pad shortly, so we'll see you there. And here we are on the pad firing 20 engines. This is the largest rocket, or the most engines I've ever had on a rocket before, so this was interesting, but it definitely has enough thrust to get us off the launch pad, which is most important. The goal for this mission is to see if we can get some sort of space station out at the 500 kilometer range. So that's what this rocket will do. This is her maiden voyage, so I'm not sure really what to expect, but we'll see once we get in orbit. Well, here's our gravity turn and our last bit of burning. 32,000 meters now. There's the first stage separation, and now we're down to 4 of the center engines. Our apoapse is almost out of the atmosphere, which is good, but I noticed that this rocket doesn't have the oomph that the Saturn V rocket had as far as just sheer acceleration when you want to circularize your orbit. Climbing up to 80,000 now. 1,100 meters a second. We still have 2/3 of the way to go to get up enough speed to soar around this thing. And there's about 100,000 meters right on the equator. And we'll go ahead and put in our maneuver node. Make sure they're about even. And here, as usual, I adjust my firing time, see if I can get a little better on the numbers. 101 and 98. Let's see, 99 and 98. That's good. So now it's just a matter of executing this maneuver node perfectly, and unfortunately, since this is the first time that I've ever used this rocket, I'm not exactly sure what the next stage is going to give me as far as delta V is concerned. We're almost out of fuel on this this stage here, so I only have a poodle engine on the next stage, so I want to be sure that it fires with plenty of time. But there I go, burning full power now. And as you can see, we're not really gaining delta V that quickly. So this one is going to take a while, but I will complete this burn, get myself in a more stable circle orbit, and join you then. So stay tuned. It's just another Kerbal sunrise. Well, we're about to see the sun come over the horizon there, still burning at full power. You can see that I've killed my maneuver node, but I know that I need to pick up a whole lot more speed than this, and I've got time to kill. So I have my SAS on doing the flying for me, and we're just burning towards that prograde vector. There's a celestial plane in the underbelly of my rocket. There was the moon, which unfortunately won't be touched for a bit, but once the camera rotated, I can see that I'm going out to about my 500,000 meter range. I just need to make sure that this periapse gets above the atmosphere, because right now if I stop firing, I would actually start sinking and that apoapse would start dropping, which is bad news bears for me. And I don't want this brand new rocket to become just a mark on the Kerbal surface. Here comes the sun. And still burning, and now I increase my pitch to try to gain a little bit more altitude and keep myself above. My apoapse is really starting to climb, but I'm most concerned about that periapse. Once we skate through the atmosphere, we can burn at that very high apoapse, get my periapse to that 500,000 mark, and then circularize from there. So if I can just survive this brush with the atmosphere, I think we'll be good to go. But so far so good. We'll keep on burning and I will join you once I'm ready to circularize my orbit on the backside of Kerbin. Wow, that's really up there. 1,000,000 kilometers. Yeah, I really need to do something about that. Close call. Alright, here we are. Way outside of the Kerbin atmosphere, and then we're burning prograde to bring our periaps up to that 500,000 mark. And as you can see, it's a very small maneuver, and this poodle engine is up to the challenge. 70 meters a second, and this stage is almost out of fuel. So as soon as it is, we will be on our Soyuz capsule stage. Almost there. Ran out of fuel, and it's up to this last engine to burn the last 7 meters a second. So turn the engine on, blow the last segment away, and there we go. That's all we needed. Bye, stage. So kill this maneuver node. I see that I'm 500 meters above, well, 501. So I'll just turn to the prograde vector and then use reverse RCS to bring my periaps down close to that 500,000 mark. There we go. And now it's just a matter of circularizing on the other side. So I spin around, set myself up a maneuver node to bring my apoaps down, which will be a retrograde burn. Once again, we see the apoaps and periaps flip, and we just set them on the left and right sides of the planet, just like that. 499 and 500, there we go. So another 296 meters second burn, shows about 30 seconds, so I'll go ahead and time accelerate to our node. There's our debris, and we get a nice big lap around Kerbin. Aside from the moon, this is the furthest that Kerbals have been, and it's interesting not to be just going to a free return trajectory, so definitely a new mindset, this mission. And 20 minutes out there, now we're on the dark side, and those Soyuz capsule panels are not getting the sun that they need to recharge that battery. And there we go. Pop out. And a minute away from our maneuver node, the planet looking like some sort of black tar monster down below. Reminds me of Tasha Yar. And now 30 seconds out and burning full throttle. Well, at least to get my my timing correct. But this time for reals. Burning full throttle on our periaps to bring our apoapsis down. This is a 30-second burn, and this should be, if everything goes well, the last orbital burn that we do before we bring Thompson back home for to take up another piece of this this capsule. Actually, this is a test capsule. Next time we will actually be starting Mir. So this is just to establish a 500-kilometer orbit, see if this Soyuz capsule is up to the challenge, and indeed it looks like it is. So next time, oh, and here's the inside of the hitchhiker can. Food, not food. Laundry, very, very nice. Killing that maneuver node, and we see there 499 by 500. We're only going to sway a few hundred meters, which is good. A little blast of RCS, and that's about as close as we're going to get without something like an ion engine with next to zero thrust. And now it's just a matter of turning our capsule facing north so that the docking ports are on the north and south end for future maneuvers. And there we go. She's pointing straight up. Do some SAS, get it nice and stable. And there we go. That's close enough for Kerbal government work, and I hit the space bar. I thought that would decouple the space station, but I've essentially stuck myself in space. But since I'll have another mission coming up soon, I decide that Thompson is now a resident of the space station for the time being. So So we'll go ahead, rotate our crew capsule around. A nice view of the sun, but there's Thompson's hatch. Time to get you in the hitchhiker, dude. Because the capsule is now space junk. And I don't want to terminate the mission with him still aboard, as it would kill him. So I want to get him aboard on the hitchhiker and pay a visit to our bold, not stupid, but very cowardly scientists aboard the capsules here. And he makes his way around, grabs the ladder. Hey buddy, what's up? I am now in your spacecraft. So then we'll ditch the capsule and rename it from the Space Center. And make sure that the capsule won't hit us. Okay, it's got enough momentum to float back away. So we should be good until the rescue mission comes. So extend our solar panels in that bright sunlight. Get our batteries charging. And these guys will wait for the official space station to come up, Mir. And they will be ready to do our scientific experiments in the deep confines of space. But until then, let's have a fireside chat. This has been Sokka. Thanks for watching. Next episode, we do this again, but for reals, when we bring up the first part of the Mir space station. So we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.